If I owned a pigeon, I think things would be different. I'd always be sad, but if I owned a pigeon, I'd be glad. I could watch it fly around or bring it to the splash pad. If I owned a pigeon, I would teach it some tricks, maybe a backflip, and I would give it some tips. If I owned a pigeon, I would let it fly around. It could fly into town, I could bring it to the beach, I could bring it to the store. And if I owned a pigeon, I could have it do my chores. It could deliver my letters and teach me how to rap so I could be better. I could sew it a sweater. And if I owned a pigeon, if I owned a pigeon, if I owned a pigeon. And if I owned a pigeon, it would be cool. I could get it some shoes, I could build it a house with some of my tools. But if I owned a pigeon, yeah, my little homie could be my homie. It could sit on my shoulder while I feed it bologna. If I owned a pigeon, I'd be kind of important. Walk down the street like, yeah, that's my informant. People got dogs, cats, maybe a fish. I got a pigeon bringing back my DoorDash dish. My pigeon would probably have like a gold chain. Not too big, just tasteful. He'd also probably know karate. I don't know why, but he would. Yeah, you can domesticate a pigeon like you domesticate a dog. Play the beat again so I can hop back on it like a frog. If I got sick, he'd bring me medicine quick. Tiny little backpack, yeah, my pigeon got drip. Doctor looked confused, but I'm feeling okay, cause my pigeon saved my life 3 times today. I teach him how to dance when the beat dropped low. My pigeon moonwalked, but now he's stealing the show. Or let me just tell you about a day with a pigeon involved. If I owned a pigeon, I'd wake up kinda smug, drinking orange juice while my pigeon on the rug. He don't even bark, he just stare at the wall, then flies out the window like he doesn't pay rent at all. Take him to the park, let him flex on the ducks. Ducks looking jealous like, man, that pigeon got luck. He'd land on a bench, then he looking real wise, like he seen some things, like he lived 3 times. If I owned a pigeon, I'd let him chill at night, perched on the window when the city got light. He don't say much, but he nod to the beat. My pigeon got rhythm, yeah, he naturally sweet. If I owned a pigeon, my life would be better. Me and my pigeon matching for the weather. Walk through the town like we don't even care. If I owned a pigeon, yeah, I'd bring him everywhere. And if I owned a pigeon, I'd probably name it Steve. If Steve was me, he'd probably have good teeth. But I don't know about that, cause pigeons have beaks. If I owned a pigeon, I would bring it to school. It would sit on my desk and follow the rules. But I know my little pigeon would sometimes make a fool and fly across the street to the community pool. But I would still have a pigeon, so I would be cool, you know? If I owned a pigeon, yeah, I think things would be better, you know? Life would just be great, but only if I owned a pigeon.